Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a nice week so far. We got 12 matchups on this NBA slate here. A lot of action. Gonna get right into those matchups. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you're not already to the channel. You want to become a member of the Patreon as well. 73 members in the private Discord community. We're growing. You guys want to get in there. A lot of good insight, a lot of winners every single day. People are posting their winning tickets, having great success in the Discord, and I would love to have you guys be a part of that. Links will be in the description, as well as becoming a YouTube member as well. Love to have you on board there too. Gonna get started with these 12 matchups here, starting with the Brooklyn Nets versus the Toronto Raptors. Brooklyn 38-19, 28-29 against the spread. The Raptors 24-34, 25-33 against the spread. Brooklyn opening up as 1.5 point favorites with the over-under at 228.5. Last 10 games for the Nets, 6-4 on their last 10. The Raptors 4-6 in their last 10. Brooklyn's going to be coming off a back-to-back here, and they're already out with Harden and KD. I don't know. This feels like a rest day for Kyrie Irving and Blake Griffin, and they already have so many injuries here. I think Toronto's going to catch them on this back-to-back. Toronto riding a 3-game winning streak, too, in their favor. I like Toronto on the bounce back, plus 1.5. I just feel like Nets have too many injuries right now. Playing a back-to-back, too. They might rest some more people. I have no idea, but I like Toronto plus 1.5, and we're going to go with the under 228.5. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Chicago 24-33, 30-26-1 against the spread. The Cavs 20-37, 23-34 against the spread. Chicago opening up as 2-point favorites with the over-under at 212. Last 10 games for Chicago, 5-5 in their last 10. Cleveland 3-7 in their last 10. These teams did just play just a few games ago, with Chicago picking up a 106-96 win. Chicago 3-7 on the road right now. They're 4-1 in their last 5 games against Cleveland here. Cleveland 0-5 at home. Such a small spread. You know, Chicago has better pieces. Vucevic. I know they are missing Levine, but I still like the Bulls in this matchup. Going to take the Bulls on the small spread, and we're going to go with the over 212. Next matchup, we have the Golden State Warriors versus the Washington Wizards. The Warriors 29-29, 28-30 against the spread. The Wizards 24-33, 30-27 against the spread. The Warriors opening up as 2-point favorites with the over-under at 239.5. Last 10 games for the Warriors, 6-4 in their last 10. Washington 7-3 in their last 10. Both teams playing really good right now. Warriors 5-1 in their last 6. Wizards riding a 5-game winning streak. Curry, doing amazing things here. I believe it's 10, 11, 12 games, 30-plus points. He is unstoppable. Free prop bet of the day. Bet the Curry points over in this one. That's just going to be a smash. He's going to keep this streak riding of scoring. Should be a fun matchup. Love the over, 239.5. I think it's going to be a battle. A lot of points, no defense in this game. I'm still going to ride with the Warriors -2 here. Curry's going to light it up. He's probably going to try and put up 50. Love the Warriors here at -2. Love the over at 239.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers. The Thunder 20-38, 26-31-1 against the spread. The Pacers 26-31, 23-34 against the spread. Pacers opening up as 8.5 point favorites with the over-under at 224.5. Last 10 games for the Thunder, 0-10 in their last 10. Pacers 5-5 in their last 10. This Thunder team just battling so many injuries. Rough season for them. Riding an 11-game losing streak here. Pacers aren't playing too hot either. 1-12 against the spread in their last 13 at home. It looks like Sabonis is out for Wednesday's game, and I think that's going to hurt the Pacers here. I don't love the play, but Pacers failing to cover at home. even with how bad this Oklahoma City Thunder team is, I think 8.5 points is too much. Going to take the Thunder plus 8.5. Going to go with the under 224.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Phoenix Suns versus the Philadelphia 76ers. The Suns 41-16, 36-21 against the spread. The 76ers 39-18, 30-24-3 against the spread. Phoenix opening up as 1.5 point favorites with the over-under at 222.5. Last 10 games for Phoenix, 8-2 in their last 10. Philly 7-3 in their last 10. Philly, Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons are questionable, so be sure to monitor their statuses there. Phoenix coming off the big Milwaukee win, the 1-point win. Both teams, really, two of the best teams in the league here. Should be a battle, and I think it's going to be a super close game, very competitive. Competitive games, I love taking the points. Going to take Philly plus 1.5. Going to go with the over 222.5. Next matchup, we have the Atlanta Hawks versus the New York Knicks. The Hawks 31-26, 31-25-1 against the spread. The Knicks 31-27, 36-21-1 against the spread. Knicks opening up as 1.5 point favorites with the over-under at 217. Last 10 games for Atlanta, 8-2 in their last 10. New York 7-3 in their last 10. Head to head, New York 7-3 in the last 10. They're coming off a doubleheader here. Both teams are going to be on a doubleheader. We'll see. We know how teams are just. These games you have to check up to game time to see who's playing, who's not. Two good teams here. I never would have thought Atlanta and New York would be to have 30 plus wins. I didn't think that would happen, but it has happened. Think it's going to be a tough game. Love the over in this matchup at 217, and I'm going to take Atlanta plus 1.5 on the small spread. Next matchup, we have the Utah Jazz versus the Houston Rockets. Jazz 43-15, 34-23-1 against the spread. The Rockets 15-43, 19-39 against the spread. Jazz opening up as 11-point favorites with the over-under at 227.5. Last 10 games for the Jazz, 6-4 in their last 10. Houston 2-8 in their last 10. Utah just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. We know Donovan Mitchell's out for them. We know all the injuries with Houston, battling to so many injuries there. It's hard to trust Houston in the 11 points. A lot of points here, but Houston just fails. It's hard to trust Houston. It really is. They fail to cover spreads. They get blown out a lot of their games here. Going to take the Jazz minus 11. I think they get it done without Donovan Mitchell. And going to go with the under 227.5. Next matchup with the Detroit Pistons versus the Dallas Mavericks. Detroit 18-40, 30-24-4 against the spread. The Mavericks 30-26, 26-30 against the spread. Dallas opening up as 8.5 point favorites with the over-under at 223.5. Last 10 games for Detroit, 4-6 in their last 10. Dallas 5-5 in their last 10. Dallas on a bad, losing outright to Sacramento and the Knicks. Mavs failing to cover the spread. They just aren't playing. They're not playing well against the spread here. 0-5 against the spread in their last 5. That's very concerning for the Mavs. Trust me, being a Mavs fan, it's hard to watch. We cannot cover. First of all, we haven't been able to get some wins, and we haven't been able to cover against the bad teams. Until that happens, I can't trust the Mavs. We're going to take Detroit plus 8.5 here. Going to go with the over 223.5. Next matchup, we have the Miami Heat versus the San Antonio Spurs. Heat 30-28, 25-32-1 against the spread. The Spurs 28-28, 30-26 against the spread. Spurs opening up as 2.5 point favorites with the over-under at 214.5. Last 10 games for Miami, 6-4 in their last 10. San Antonio 4-6 in their last 10. Miami, just 1-6 on the road at San Antonio. Miami coming off, a nice win over Houston. Nice buzzer beater win over Brooklyn. A lot of people questionable. Tyler Herro, Abadayo, Jimmy Butler, all questionable. We'll see if they play. But we've seen without Jimmy Butler, this team's been able to play and win without Jimmy. I think I love Miami plus 2.5 here. Spurs don't really impress me too much in this one. Going to take Miami plus 2.5. Going to go with the under 214.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Portland Trail Blazers. The Nuggets 37-20, 28-29 against the spread. Portland 32-24, 27-29 against the spread. Denver opening up as 4.5 point favorites with the over-under at 223.5. Last 10 games for Denver, 8-2 in their last 10. Portland 4-6 in their last 10 here. Denver, head to head, winning 6-4. Don't know if Lillard's going to be playing or not. Probably not. He is out Tuesday. We'll see Lillard's status. Lillard's probably not going to play, I would imagine. Love Denver here, minus 4.5. Feel pretty good about Denver, playing pretty good. And going to go with the over 223.5. Next matchup, we have the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Los Angeles Clippers. The Grizzlies 29-27, 35-20-1 against the spread. The Clippers 40-19, 35-23-1 against the spread. Clippers opening up as 7.5 point favorites with the over-under at 228.5. Last 10 games for Memphis, 6-4 in their last 10. The Clippers are 8-2 in their last 10. Clippers going to be coming off a back-to-back, which Kawhi didn't play, so I'm going to assume Kawhi is actually going to be out for the next week, so that does hurt. And Paul George coming off a back-to-back. We'll see if they rest Paul George or not. I have no idea. Looking like a rest, though. Clippers have been resting a lot of people on back-to-backs, and I think this is a good spot for Memphis here at plus 7.5. I like them catching them on the back-to-back here, and we're going to go with the over 228.5. Last matchup on the board, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Sacramento Kings. Timberwolves 15-43, 25-32-1 against the spread. The Kings 23-34, 25-32 against the spread. Kings opening up as 5 point favorites with the over-under at 239. Last 10 games for Minnesota, 3-7 in their last 10. Sacramento 1-9 in their last 10. These teams are playing a back-to-back against each other. We'll see what happens in the first matchup. I like Minnesota plus the points. I still like Minnesota again here. Don't imagine these teams are going to be resting anybody considering how bad they are. I'll take Minnesota plus 5. Going to go with the over 239. That's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Support the channel. And be sure to check out the live stream 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. For right now, you definitely want to get in there. A lot of informative news, going over the picks, late game lines, and love to have you guys tune in. That's going to do it. Have a good one, guys. Good luck with your picks and parlays, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.